What's up, folks? Positive Paul. It is Sunday, April 18th, 2021. I figure I'd try to lighten the mood today a little bit and do something for the kids at home, something fun. Now, if anybody has dipped their toes into the swamp of the conspiracy theory world, one would have eventually come across the notion that there's these galactic wars that have been, taking place for thousands of years. But in a more modern sense, we've been told that there's a space force that's up there. Their staging ground is the moon, Mars. There's the jump room in El Segundo, California, right, folks? To get up to Mars. And you've got these loosely affiliated groups that people talk about that are working with the Galactic Federation, Orion Council of Light. They've been working hard cleaning up the draconian grid. I don't know why they still use brooms, though. I've been telling them, get a Kirby vacuum, but hey, no one's listening to me. But anyway, yeah, there's these galactic wars going on up there in outer space, folks. And it's getting so bad that they are so concerned that one of these rogue groups up there, and they're going to pay us a visit down here, meaning pay us humans a visit down here on planet Earth and finally set us all straight. And so, this is why we needed a space force, right, folks? Kennedy first, he wanted to go to the moon. And then next thing you know, we're being told that, hey, we've got a whole entire group of individuals known as these super soldiers. Look at this. They are so hell-bent on me not doing these videos, folks. Look who it is. Red underbelly, American Nazi reptoid perplane. Direct overhead. Because these losers understand what's at stake. They get to play their little Hollywood hybrid act for a little while longer. So back to these slippery, slimy super soldiers in this space force. See how they get me worked up, folks? I'm trying to do a nice video. But here, I want to show you this article from the San Diego Union back on March 5th, 1963. And, I was tearing apart a block retaining wall many, many moons ago. And the old construction guys had stuffed some of the wall with these newspapers from the San Diego Union. And interestingly enough, as you see, there's an article, "The Probe of Mars Hints Chance of Marginal Life," folks. Now, I want to read this to you real quick, and let's see if I can do this. And this was going to be the point to the video today, but we got off track, of course. Okay, Probe of Mars Hints Chance of Marginal Life. Palestine, Texas. The Stratoscope 2 flight indicates the presence of carbon dioxide and water vapor on Mars. But scientists yesterday said that even if the high estimate of condensed moisture is confirmed, quote, life on the planet would be marginal at best. Dr. Howard Weaver of the University of California, of course, folks, emphasized that a detailed study of the tape-recorded information obtained by the huge telescope last weekend during its balloon flight would be required before we could definitely say we found the life-sustaining element there. Now, so let me see. The preliminary report on the view obtained of Mars from an altitude of a heady 80,000 feet above the Earth's atmosphere. It's getting hard to read. Weaver said the tape recordings of the infrared spectrum, and I can't read that, indicates carbon dioxide and possible water vapor. It has long been known that Mars has a small amount of water vapor in its atmosphere, he told the news conference. A preliminary summary of the balloon flight disclosed that the estimated amount would constitute less than 4 cubic miles when condensed. Carbon dioxide already is known to exist there in quantities much greater than on Earth. Because of these atmospheric conditions, folks, on Mars, life on the planet would be, let's see what they say. Let's do this, folks. It's a low budget, positive Paul production, kids, so hang on. Okay, so continued. Marginal at best, the summary said. If, for example, the water content on Mars can be determined to be near upper limit now estimated, some very primitive life form becomes conceivable. May be remote. 5 scans of Mars were obtained. The scientists reported out of the overnight flight, 7 hours of solar recordings were made on magnetic tape. Full analysis of data 2 to 3 months. So who's this Dr. Martin Schwarzschild? Oh, Princeton University. Oh, I see. Princeton. Yes. Where Mr. Tesla, Einstein, wow, and my grandfather all happened to be there at the same time in the early 30s, folks. And to even make it more interesting, my great-great-grandfather was there too, folks, under Woodrow Wilson back in the late 1800s when Wilson was president of Princeton. Now, of course, I'm getting way off track now, folks, because what I want to do now for the kids at home is we just heard what they told you in 1963, that life on Mars is marginal at best. But remember, folks, the super soldiers are up there with the Palladians taking out the spiders on Mars, right? Ziggy Stardust is up there with them too, just in case you didn't know. Boy, he can play guitar. Now here's a children's book. Okay, folks. Small World. It's this big monster book for kids to look at. Be fair, it's 1989. And let's take a quick look-see, folks. All right. Small worlds. The 4 smallest planets are the only planets that a spacecraft could land on. Wow. How long would a spacecraft take to reach the smaller planets? Well, if you left Earth and went to Venus, 3 months. Mercury, 4. Whoa, Mars, 5 months, folks. You think they serve food and beverage on that flight? Martinis? Wow, look at that, folks. This is pretty interesting, huh? I'm 17 years to get to Pluto. Okay. Wow, look at that. The record breakers. The longest day is Venus. A day on Venus lasts 8 months. The shortest year is Mercury. Isn't this neat? Uh-oh. Midday at Mercury. Where? Oh, that's... I want to find Mars, folks. Oh, look, here we go, folks. All right, kids. Is there life on Mars? Now, remember, I just read you a newspaper article from 1963, and this book is 1989. Mars is a planet of icy deserts. Spacecraft that have landed on Mars have found no life there. Living things need water, but all water on Mars is frozen. Uh-oh, that's not good. The first astronauts to visit Mars are expected to arrive sometime about the year 2020. The round trip, including exploration, will last about 3 years, folks. Goodness gracious. Now, do you think the spiders are hanging out down there, folks? Or the reptilians? Now, remember, our super soldiers, they're on the back end of Mars, folks, and they got the reptilians and the spiders trapped, kids. They can't go nowhere. They're pinned down, folks. So I thought we had a rover that went to Mars recently, right, folks? I wonder how long that rover took the other week to get up there. Now remember, technology has probably exponentially increased tenfold because it's been 30 years, right, folks? Right? Wrong. Okay, I give up.